So welcome back to the channel. It's a filmmaker here. In today's video, I'm just doing a first impression of the Blackmagic Pyxis 6K which I recently got. This is not a review video. I'll take my time to do a review video after spending some time with the camera. I don't think it's just wise to just get a camera and after 6 hours or maybe 4 days do a review. But this is my first impression since I got the Blackmagic 6K Pyxis 6K. So you've probably seen this. This is the 6K Pro. I haven't done a review video of this camera, but I've had it for over 3-4 years now. This has been mainly my era. I sold my Pocket 4K and upgraded to the Pyxis 6K. I thought it makes sense to have two cameras with that do shoots in 6K. So, but I'm also thinking of maybe selling this and upgrading to the Cinema 6K. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided. The reason being is that this has internal ND and it's easy to just slap on a lens without having to screw on the filter. Activate the ND if I'm filming outside. And now the Pyxis. So I'll start with the build quality. It feels very, very solid. It feels quite weighty. I think this is the first Blackmagic camera I've seen with a very, very nice build. All metallic. We've been all clamoring and asking for a Blackmagic camera that is box shape, not the micro one, but something that is bigger with a larger sensor and something that you can rig up anyhow you want, unlike the 6K Pro and the Pocket cameras or the Cinema 6K. So this camera has a bit of weight to it. Very, very heavy. Not very heavy, but I think I like the weight. It's not too heavy. Yesterday I was at Red and I tried the Komodo. The Komodo is smaller than this. When you look at the Komodo and compare to this camera, the Komodo is actually smaller and feels lighter than the Pyxis 6K. And I was surprised. I tried I think the V-Raptor. I think it was the V-Raptor where I'll put a picture which felt even much heavier. I don't think I'd like to have that camera. It's too heavy. If I ever was to get that camera, the V-Raptor, I'll probably have to get like a body rig to use the camera if I'm filming handheld for an extended period of time. That felt solid, and seeing this again and feeling it, this feels very, very solid. I think it's just at the right weight for me because I like to film handheld. I don't like gimbals. I have an RS3 from DJI which I haven't ever used on the shoot. I'll probably just get rid of it. But I'm not a fan of gimbals. I'm thinking of getting the 𝐬𝐸𝐸, and apart from the 𝐬𝐸𝐸 which I'm thinking of getting, I just prefer to use have the camera handheld. That's my style of shooting. So body looks good, build quality is excellent. I think it's excellent. Lots of ports to rig the camera on compared to the 6K Pro and the other pocket cameras and even the Blackmagic Cinema 6K. I think Blackmagic has done an excellent job with the build of this camera. On this other side where you have the screen, I have this really long HDMI cable. Let me just disconnect it for now. No, I'll just leave it on. So on this side, as you can see, the screen, you have access to the menu to operate the operating system with the camera. But there's one thing I figured out when I first powered this thing on, is that the only way to access the menus is by pressing the menu button, which I don't really like. I complained to a Blackmagic sales manager yesterday. I don't like the fact that to access the menu you have to press the menu button. I'd rather prefer like you have on the Pocket 6K, where you can access the menu through the touchscreen. So you can go into the menu through the touchscreen on the Pocket cameras. But here you have to press it, and the lights don't even come on. So when I first powered it on, it was dark. I couldn't even see the menu button. Well, I think as you keep using this camera, you get used to having the know when the menu button is. You can just quickly. But I think the camera should be able to the button should be able to come on like the Canon cameras and other cameras do with their physical buttons. But also I think the OS of this camera needs to be updated so you can easily access the menu from the touchscreen. Apart from that, I have no problems with this side. I set my such a way that F1 is for false colors, F2 is for to toggle on the LUT, while F3 is for frame guides. And then quick ISO button. You can quickly go into the ISO, white balance, settings, the S. I don't even know what the S is for the angles. So I currently have the Sigma mount converter. This is the MC21 adapter which converts EF to L. As obviously I got the L mount because I think EF is phasing out in terms of having access to new lenses. So I went to the L mount. And yes, I have the monitor. This is the Blackmagic 12G. This is a 5-inch HDR monitor. I'm recording what's on screen here. And I can, if I adjust the iris using the side button, it's adjusting. So this adapter is working very well. I can adjust the iris of the lens, Canon 15mm f1.4 lens. As you can see, it's opening up the iris and closing it. Let me see how far it can go. This is up to f22. So I'll go back down to f1.45, although this is an f1.4 lens. What else? I have a HDMI to USB-C cable connected to the front. This is a really long one. I got a very long one. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want. I'll look for a shorter one. But the idea is to get an SDI cable that I can connect to the monitor. So that's it for the screen menu buttons. Quick the autofocus works. So if I press the autofocus button, it autofocuses. That's easy. Let me see if I touch to focus. Touch to focus works. Touch and hold. That works. That's nice. And the quick picture button that takes, and then the record button. There's no SSD connected or CF Express card. So I have no CF Express card in it. So hopefully I get one very, very soon. So for input and output, I already mentioned the viewfinder uses USB-C. I have a USB-C to HDMI cable, extremely long. It's weird. I'm looking to get a shorter one, but that works, so that's fine. For other, there's one more input. There's an audio mini XLR to there's a mini XLR port on the front here. So at the back of the camera is where you have the battery. So this takes the BPU batteries, SDI out, time code port. You also have a USB-C port which will be used for SSD. You connect your SSD to record, and also for I think when you want to update the camera, I think it's through this port. 2-pin adapter port. You have an Ethernet port. You also have 2 CF Express card ports. So this is 2 CF Express cards. Standard 3.5mm audio monitoring port, and another 3.5mm audio input port. Power off and on button switch. Sorry, not button, switch. I forgot to mention at the top is where you have the vent holes, and I think at the bottom as well. Yes, so it takes air from the bottom, and as I can feel now, I can feel warm air coming from the top, which will help with the image processing this camera has to go through. I think that's all for the input and output port. Yeah, anything I'm missing? No. So that's it for the input and output port. Right now, when you buy this camera, and which is the mistake I made, I didn't research to find out what comes with the camera. So this camera doesn't come with a battery. You have to outsource your own BPU battery. Had I known, I would have ordered with a battery, but that's fine because I just went ahead and ordered a short 2-pin to D-tap cable, which I'm powering using a V-mount battery, just lying down here. I'm yet to rig the camera, but before I talk about rigging this camera, the camera comes with just an adapter, power adapter, a It comes with the Blackmagic Resolve software, so you can, well, the license to the software, so you can use the Blackmagic Design Studio or Resolve Studio. What else does it come with? It comes with plugs, adapters for the plug head, and I think that's all. Did I miss anything? Nah, I don't think I missed anything. So that's all when you buy the camera. So how I plan to rig this camera, I'm more of a handheld kind of guy in terms of filming without a gimbal. So I tend to have a side handle on this side and possibly another side handle on the left side, which would be like maybe towards the front. I'm not sure yet, but don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I do a full review of this camera and also my when I rig the camera. This top handle probably might stay, or I'll probably get a new one. I think this is gonna be a nice build. It's gonna come out nice. These are just old things I've had from my old cameras that I'm just using to show you guys how it looks so far. This is kind of tilting down, as you can see. Let me show you the image. Already the image from this camera is beautiful. I love the image coming out from this camera, and that is why I went for this one. Blackmagic RAW works very, very smooth on DaVinci Resolve, especially with DaVinci Resolve. What mode am I in? Let me see. I am in open gate. I'm on the open gate, the highest one. I like the fact that you can go down to 6K DCI, which is Windows censored. I'm recording with recording what I'm seeing here on the Blackmagic Video Assist monitor. You can go down to 6K 16:9, so that's 6K 16:9. So I'm recording ProRes on the monitor. I have no SSD or CF Express card in the camera, so I'm just recording via HDMI, which will probably be 1080p. Yeah, so I also intend to get an SDI cable to mini SDI for the Blackmagic camera. So if you guys have know where I can get that, please just leave a link in the description so I can try and get that. Super 35 4:3, that's how it looks. 4K DCI. So this has 4K DCI. It's cropped in 4K 16:9 and HD. That's how cropped in the HD is. So let me go back to OpenGate, and I'm 3:1. I'm recording. That's 12:1. Go back to 3:1. So what would I be shooting with this? I hope to shoot short films, personal projects, documentaries with this camera. I just intend to have fun with this camera. I think filmmaking is about fulfilling your passion. If you love to get great images, why not? Why not get something that can give you good images? If you can afford it, it's not usually about the camera. It's not usually about the user. It's not only about the lens, but it's about understanding your camera, understanding what the story you're trying to tell. The story also is very important. Lighting is important. So it's not always about the camera. Just wanting to put that out there. I love good cameras. I love good things, and I like to go for them. So that's what I'll be doing with this camera. Capture great images. So I'll see you guys. Remember, this is not a review. This is just my first impressions about the camera. I think it works flawlessly. I think the image is beautiful. I'll see you guys in the next time. It's a filmmaker. Peace.